Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another review of the Mommy Club Season 2. We're already in episode 10. And it was an okay episode, and per usual, let me rate the episode. So, it was okay. It wasn't, there was not so much going on. There was a bit here and there. So let me just say this. I'll give it a 7. Because the few scenes were there were long and drawn out, but some revealed a few things that were quite interesting, and we'll get into it. Anyways, let's just get into it already. So we start off the episode right off the back of how it ended last week at Mrs. Mops's Nala Rain skincare range launch event, and wow, things really piped up. Things got hot between Mrs. Sande and Happy, and truth be told, I think it's just silly petty drama. Honestly, it's not that deep, and I could see Mrs. Sande almost kind of like smirking, and she wasn't taking it that seriously. I think she was even trying to just wind up Happy, and Happy was taking the bait and standing up and pointing. I'm like, girl, calm down. Anyway, it's fine. It made for interesting TV. But I did see Mrs. Happy's point of view when she was saying the double standards, because at the end of the day, Happy and Ratile, their relationship is just there. They're just there. They're not friends. They're not enemies. When they meet together, it could go either way. And I feel like both of them last season said a lot of nasty things to each other. So why is Happy being called out for them when Ratile is not being held accountable for the things she said about Happy? I agree with that point. And then on the other side, I was like, wow, Nunurai finally spoke up. So did Nosy. They both agreed that at some point when Ratile and Happy stepped up outside at Ratile's home, the vibe seemed like they were getting into it, but by the time they came back to join the rest, they were cool. So yeah, and I can see where Mrs. Sunday is coming from when she says she's not convinced with them being cool, because like I said, their friendship is their friendship? There's no friendship. Whatever it is, it's very shaky. I mean, you can see already when Nunurai hosted the ladies to the strawberry farm, Happy is already feeling some type of way about Ratile when they haven't really had a tiff per se. It's just the rumblings around the group that are making them feel like there's an issue. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that was monumental in that scene. Also, I forgot to talk about last week. How awesome was it to have opera singers? I mean, Mrs. Mops did the damn thing with that event. For real, I like the setup. The food looked scrumptious when it was being brought out and they showed how it was plated. It just looked really good, decadent. I mean, I think she spent a good buck on this event, though I don't think it broke the bank because there were pretty much less than 10 people at the event. So kudos to her for keeping it cute, tight, classy, and yeah, it was a good event. I mean, even the drama that unfolded was a nice touch. It didn't blow up the whole spot, though there was a point where Happy kind of mentioned, what about the time Ratile called Mrs. Mops, she called Mrs. Mops a witch or something? Sorry, I forget what the insult was. It felt like, why are you throwing Mrs. Mops in this? Mrs. Mops she's forgotten all that drama from last season. She's moved on from it. She didn't want to be part of it. Anyways, the event was cute. Then we see this filler scene with Happy at home with her kids, and I don't know, Happy just creates these filler scenes where it's like, okay, she's at home having fun with her kids. She invited a DJ this time. Last episode it was a chef. This time it's a DJ to teach them how to DJ. Though I kind of saw it as an interesting way of kind of seeing what interests her kids have. I mean, none of them could pick up being a DJ, and yeah, Titi was clear about saying, look, I wouldn't do it for money, I do it as a hobby. But these days, hobbies can make you a good buck on the side. So, I mean, I like that aspect of that she was kind of building an entrepreneurial spirit in her kids. I think that's a nice touch. And as much as it was a filler scene, it was a good filler scene. Yes, and then we get to the strawberry farm and the ladies are gathering. Mrs. Sande is conspicuously missing, and they mention that Ratile is coming. Obviously, Happy is not feeling her too much, especially after the event, Mrs. Mops's event and everything that happened. And yeah, so the ladies arrive one by one, and with their kids obviously and the nannies. Happy comes with cat Lego, which is, I mean, at least we get to see her, though she didn't have any scene. She's such an interesting character. I wish she could have more scenes, honestly, from last season. I don't know why she's not getting so much airtime this season, but anyways, Nunura is conspicuously quiet, and I think was it Happy or Mrs. Mops who picked up on it, and she said, no, I'm just observing. I mean, and then she was throwing a lot of shade in her confessionals. I mean, shading Happy's daughter's dress, shading the friendship between Happy and Nosy, and saying, I'm just watching from a distance. The friendship seems shaky. I mean, I think this season, I don't know what's going on with her towards these last few episodes. She's not giving too much. She's kind of just being quiet and in the background, but saying a bit more in her confessionals. Though her confessional scenes are not even that many, but when they're there, they're funny. I mean, Nunura is a funny person and fashionable. I love her style. Yeah, and then Ratile arrives and they keep talking about BBL this, BBL that. I don't know if this will really kind of make her feel some type of way when she hears about it. But yeah, they've been talking about her coming from Turkey and probably having gotten a BBL or fixed her teeth or something. Anyways, she comes, she's looking cute in her Gucci head to toe, Gucci'd all the way down, honey. She looked good, she looked classy. And yeah, they discuss everything, and Nosy is ready to spill the tea that, ooh, Happy was coming for your friend. And Mrs. Mouse is like, Nosy is spicy, isn't she? Like, they're trying to wind things up, saying, oh, I was just kidding. Girl, we know you're ready to spill the tea as long as it's not about you. That's what I've noticed about Nosy. Anyway, Ratile comes with her son is sick, her kids and her older son is sick. So despite the tension being there, I guess they weren't really able to have any discussion of sorts with Happy. Happy was not feeling her, the tension was in the air, it was obvious, and I think Ratile was happy to leave fast enough. That's probably why she brought her sick baby, just so that she could be like, guys, sorry, I gotta bounce. What really stood out to me in this scene was Barbara and Mabel's conversation. Guys, who's getting tired of Barbara shading Ratile every 2 seconds she's in a scene with another nanny? Like, girl, do you understand that you will lose your job for these things you're saying? I mean, by now I bet she's not even working there. I mean, girl has been saying from the jump, ooh, I don't want to work here anymore. Ooh, she's so mean, she's so disrespectful. I'm like, okay, then, like, so why are you there? Fine, you want the money, but girl, move on, get another job. Like, I don't know. And then also, did you pick up on the fact that, is she living in the house? Because she's talking about when they were traveling, they called her back to come and watch the kids. So it's like she's not a live-in nanny. I'm not understanding the arrangement. All the same, girl, just quit already, because we're tired of hearing you and complaining about the Muppet sellers. Yeah, girl, bye. Yeah, and then we see obviously before the ladies leave, Happy pulls Mrs. Mops aside and tells her, look, I feel like there's a lot going on with Nosy, and maybe you can get through to her. I've been trying, but I'm not sure. Truth be told, I don't think Nosy trusts Happy. I mean, Happy is one to put all her business out there. So I also personally wouldn't trust her with my drama, my marital drama. So yeah, I think Mrs. Mops is like, okay, I'll meet up with her, I'll have a convo with her, see what's really going on. In truth, I feel like these ladies already knew what's going on. They just wanted her to be able to talk about it. And yeah, we see Mrs. Mops go for horse riding with Nosy. Nosy dressed for the whole horse riding, but Mrs. Mops on the other hand looked casual, cute. I mean, with her Chanel espadrilles, yeah, very cute. But yeah, Nosy was the one who looked the part. Though Nosy didn't even like the horse riding or anything to do with it. She looked like a they call them what? Equestrian? Sorry, yeah, she looked like a horse riding. Cute, chic outfit with her scarf, very cute. Black boots, white pants, very chic. Anyways, they sit down with Mrs. Mops, and Mrs. Mops is telling her, look, I hope everything is okay, what's really going on, because the ladies have noticed you're so withdrawn in the group, and yeah, I mean, I just thought I'd check in with you, see how you're doing. And Nosy breaks down and opens up finally on episode 10. I mean, guys, if there were no blogs and whatnot going on social media, we would have had to wait until episode 10 to find out what's going on in her marriage, because she had started talking about marital issues from, I think, episode 1. She had hinted at them, episode 2 and so forth, until episode 10. Now she's finally coming out with it, and I'm like, finally, we get to see her really talk about what's going on. And honestly, my heart goes out to her. The fact that she's been with this guy throughout her best years, her youthful years. I mean, she talked about being with him for half her life, meaning, and she doesn't look over 40, to be honest, maybe 40 max. Yeah, she doesn't look that old, meaning she's been with him since she was a young lady, never tasted independence. I mean, girls in your 20s, I would never recommend you to be married. Personally, I'm not married. I'm not in my 20s. I'm way past that. But I mean, being married young is a scam, guys. Unless, I don't know, you married some really wealthy, unproblematic man, which are few and far in between, honestly. But what's really also sad is the fact that he sprung this on her. I mean, even in their youthful years, he never mentioned the fact that he would entertain the prospect of polygamy. He just sprung it on her all of a sudden. That's really unfair. But what's on the upside for her is the fact that she's on this platform. She's gonna be able to get opportunities by virtue of being on this platform. I'm happy for her with that. And I like the fact that she's being smart by launching a business. She's talked about a baby clothing shop for her kids. I think it's a clothing line. Yeah, kids shopping clothing line inspired by her 3 babies. And girl, get your money up, get your bag up. Whether you leave him or not, get that independence back. Have your own coin, have your own money, make your own decisions. Girl, do the damn thing. Yeah, then we see next episode. That was pretty much the episode. Yeah, next episode we see Happy wants to take the ladies on a getaway. And yeah, I think it's a nice touch. And obviously it looks like a local trip. Or is it? Yeah, it looks like a local trip. But I'm looking forward to the day they will do an international trip. Maybe not this season because we're already on episode 10. And yeah, we're almost ending the season. And I hope they don't keep us waiting for almost a year for a reunion. for this season. But what's also good is the fact that we're gonna get another franchise, and that's in Durban. And hopefully the Durban ladies bring the chic lifestyle, bring the international trips, you know. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, we see some drama between, of course, now the much needed drama we've been waiting for between Ratile and Happy, because these two are hell-bent on having issues. And Ratile is poking the hornet's nest by talking about Mrs. Mops not being supportive of Happy. I wonder what she meant by that. We'll definitely see what that's about. And she walks off in a half. Girl, you start something, you finish it. Whatever was said to her, we'll see next week. Anyway, guys, thank you for sticking around to watch my entire review. I love doing these reviews, guys. Share my video, like, comment with whatever you thought maybe I might have missed out on, or just your thoughts on the episode. I want to engage with you guys. I want the algorithm to keep pushing out my video so I can do more of this, because I have fun. And over here, we love everything reality TV. Okay? So until next time, bye!